Hey everybody, Steve from OpenBOM. In this series of short videos, I'm going to catch up with what's happening with OpenBOM for Onshape September 2023. First of all, OpenBOM supports fetching part numbers for fasteners. I'm just going to go through this quickly. I've set up a hardware catalog. Many of you are familiar with this. It dispenses part numbers in a series, and if you watch this number here, you'll see that it just kind of goes up, 95, 96, etc. So I've got a catalog that dispenses part numbers. I've also taken advantage of the new Onshape feature, which lets me create a category for standard items. So I've got a category called fastener that applies to items. You can look up how to do that if you wish. And then finally, I put a couple of fasteners in my design, and these are straight out of the hardware, the insert standard hardware. And you can see here that their category I've set to fastener, but they don't have a part number. So that sort of sets the stage. It happens to be four of them here. Also, for the other parts in the Part Studio, and you recall that the fasteners from the fastener library don't show up in the Part Studio in Onshape. But for my other parts here, I want to show you that I've also got, and this is existing behavior, but I've got them set up with categories already. Some sheet metal, there's some molded parts and other things, and so those are all have already been set up. But there's plenty of videos on how that works. So what I've got here is a new design that has categories set up. One of them is fasteners. That's kind of the new topic, and I'm going to use the OpenBOM integration here. I'm going to turn on use category settings. And if you haven't already done so, you can check the videos on how to set up the category settings for catalogs. They're in here. And for example, I've already set my fastener category to go get and put information in the hardware catalog. All right, plenty of videos on that if you need to know how that works. But point is, for the new version of OpenBOM here, we support categories for standard hardware. So let's see how this works. I'm going to use the get part number command, and you'll see I get a little message that we're going to support categories, etc. So let's go ahead and run this. And what OpenBOM is doing now is dropping through each one of these items in my assembly, looking at its category setting, and generating a part number based on its category setting. We said, hey, look, we just assigned some numbers for hardware for 7 parts. And let's go take a look and see what they look like now. So here we go. We got the part number for the arm that came out of the sheet metal because it starts with SM. Let's go and take a look at this rubber end. That should have been molded. Yeah, great. That got a molded part number. It came out of the molded catalog. And then finally, let's take a look at these guys. Oh, sorry. Let's take a look at the hardware here, properties. And yeah, that was faster. And there's a part number straight out of my hardware catalog. So I'm going to stop the video there. I'm going to cover some other videos on some other behavior, but suffice to say that with this release, we now support fetching part numbers from OpenBOM for all Onshape types using the category setting. Enjoy.